Good night, everybody. We'll be getting started right now. Take us away, Sonia.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our meeting tonight. I'm so very excited today to introduce Dr. Helen De La Houssaye, who probably needs no introduction at all. But I'm so excited because, I was really going through a lot as an entrepreneur that just kind of hit that wall. And especially being in a weight loss, the wellness industry, helping women feel a lot of times when you are in that field trying to do things for everybody else, you really put yourself on the back burner. And right when I got to the point where I decided that I was going to do some things for myself, that's when Dr. Helen appeared in my life. And not only did she come into my life, she held my hand and she walked me through a lot. And then when I was just getting ready to pull the trigger on getting some terzepatide for myself, and that's something that I'm kind of against because I create products to help women lose weight and everything. She called me with Dr. Stormy Wellington on FaceTime, and I could not believe it. Dr. Stormy Wellington is one of my biggest role models. I never told anybody that, and it was just a little secret between me and God. But Dr. Helen put me on a call with Dr. Stormy, and from there she said, "Hey, you got to get into TLC. TLC has the GLP-1 coming that's not really GLP, but it acts just like it." And I'm telling you, I was just about to get into the terzepatide. And so I went to the meeting, I went to the dinner, I tried the lemonade, and 5 days later, y'all, I couldn't believe that I did not only have a smaller waistline, I had a total life change. I was pulled out of the burnout. I was pulled out of the confusion, the haze, the depression, the I don't know what to do anymore. I don't have any ideas anymore. And all of a sudden, I got myself back. And I did not think that that was going to happen from some tea, some coffee, and some NRG, but it really happened. So I'm so thankful to be here tonight. I'm so thankful to let everybody know what happened for me, to just be able to introduce Dr. Helen, who introduced me back into this company. And I'm so excited about what's to come because the summer is upon us. I didn't think I was gonna have my summer body ready, but I've already been in a bikini and I've already got people to sign up under me, and we're all ready to go. And we just want to go ahead and clap it up real quick. Put some fireballs in the chat, put some ones in the chat for Dr. Helen De La Houssaye, who continues to push all of us, who continues to push herself, and just has become a beam of light in this world. And we are right behind her doing the same exact thing. So, Dr. Helen, take it away, take it away, take it away.
Awesome and absolutely amazing. Thank you, Queen Sonia Sanjay. You are just a burst of fresh air and great energy. And every time I hear you speak, to think that you're talking about you shy, girl, please, you got everything it takes and then some. She is a trailblazer. She is an entrepreneur extraordinaire. She's become a millionaire at a very young age in the space and place of the beauty industry with having a med spa. And I was able to meet her about a year ago, and she was dealing with what most people deal with, and that's saying they're okay when they're not really okay. Mental health crises are very, very real, and often it happens with people that are a big deal, and because they have such the weight on the shoulders, the weight of the world, excuse me, on their shoulders, because they life be life and they have to put on a face, they have to wear masks to pretend that they're okay when they're not okay. They got to wear the hat of the attorney, the doctor, the child care provider. They have to be the chef, they have to be the referee in the boxing ring, they have to be so many things, even the pastor in the home and the nurturer, the care provider. And often no one's really caring for them. And so, I definitely hit it off with her because, spirit recognized spirit, and game recognized game, and pain recognizes pain. And even though I wasn't open in the beginning when I met her at a really tough time in my life, and it was after being in this industry of direct sales, for a very long time and earning almost $20 million in this space, and helping about 35 families become first-time millionaires. One of them was Dr. Stormy Wellington. At the time, she was just Stormy, okay? And I was just Helen, right? And it's amazing how tables can turn. You never know who you're gonna need. That's why it's so important for you to always, always be in the attitude of gratitude, always stay humble, always stay teachable and coachable. And I want to give it out to everybody who's on this line for a few minutes tonight. You could be anywhere, but you're here with us. So that lets me know already you're very coachable and you won't change. And so around this time, that I met Queen Sonia, I ran back into Coach Stormy, and I ran back into her, not the person that she remembered, not the person that had a million capacity organization. 1 million people was on my team at one point, not the person that had traveled 100 countries, opened up 100 countries in network marketing. Not that girl. I wasn't that happy girl, I wasn't that happy go lucky. Life had really lifed. Life had really lifed. And even though I was low key about it, but I was dealing with, the aftermath of breast cancer with 7% chance to live, 17 surgeries, the aftermath of a failing marriage, the aftermath of so much that was going on with my older children, especially my child that I had at 13 years young. He was into all kind of stuff. And then the aftermath of my little boy, who I was pregnant with when I had cancer, he'd gotten really, really sick and developed a terminal illness where he was not supposed to make it past Thanksgiving. And he was diagnosed in October, right? So it was a rough year. It was a really rough year for me. But again, we so strong, but even the strong need strength, even the strong need strength. And so when I ran back into Coach Stormy, I was trying to mask it. I was trying to mask it. And long story short, she saw straight through all the fluff and stuff. And she invited me to experience a total love change. Not life, not the business of TLC. It was nothing about that, because I don't know that I was at that point somebody that would even entertain being in the industry again. Because if I can be transparent without judgment on tonight, is that I was sick and tired of people. I was tired of the disappointment and the betrayal that sometimes this industry can bring. It's a lot of gains that you can get in this industry, but it's a lot of hurt that come with the industry too. But that's a lot of hurt that come with anything, whether you're working a corporate job, whether you're not working at all. You know, I was talking to my pastor, matter of fact, this morning. We was having a conversation, and life can be hard. Divorce is hard, but guess what? Marriage is hard too. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you got to just pick your hearts. Having a job can be hard, right? But not having a job at all, that's pretty hard too. Having children sometimes is out of control, can be hard, but try burying your child. That can be real hard too. And so when I met her, I made a decision to humble myself in that moment, because I was 260 pounds, 6 feet tall. I was more than thicker than a Snicker. I was dealing with something called heart disease as well. When my cardiologist was like, yo, you need to really pay attention to this, Helen, because you're a walking massive heart attack. I was like, what? She was like, one of your arteries, your major one, is 62% clogged. I'm like, how could I be in my 40s dealing with all of this? I mean, this is just too much. And having 9 children, birth 7, I wanted to be around for my children's children. You understand what I'm saying? Who can relate to what I'm saying right now? Put a 5 in the chat right now if you understand that I was only here by grace at this point. It was only grace that Dr. Stormy has stopped to talk to me. That was grace. It's grace tonight that somebody thought enough of you and that keep inviting you to stuff like this. That's grace. That ain't them. That's grace. I need y'all to understand. That's grace. That's grace. And so she and I start chopping it up, and I was real embarrassed sitting there talking with her. I was overweight. I'm unhappy. I'm not that girl no more. And she gave me that look like, man, you done fell off. Y'all know that look. Y'all know that look when people see you, but it was also a look of endearment and love, because the next thing that came out of her mouth is, I want you to come to my home. I want to spend a few days with you. I want you to see it's possible that you can have it all. I want you to see yourself big again, because you are a big deal. I don't care about the big mess you got going on. And I hadn't even told her anything, but spirit recognized spirit. And she knew I was suffering in silence with mental health crisis. She knew my health was just out of control. She knew I was comfort eating. How many people have comfort eaten before? Put a 2 in the chat. Let's just get transparent. Let's have a conversation tonight. This is not a presentation. This is just a conversation I want to have with you with love. So fast forward after, lying, talking about, well, I'm busy. How many times have you heard people talking about, I'm so busy, be busy and broke and broken? And even though my story wasn't, I was going through financial hardship at that time, but trust me, I know what it is to make a dollar holler, because when I was going through breast cancer, I lost everything you can imagine. I was on food stamps. I was on Medicaid. I was on all the very things as a child. I always told my grandmother, I never want to go and be begging for clothes like we'd be doing. I never want to have to shop at yard sales. Come on, put a 3 in the chat if y'all been to yard sale when y'all was a little girl or a little boy. Y'all remember them yard sales. Don't play with me, okay? And I said, I would never, ever want to be in a situation where we're begging for food, where we're getting that brown box. Y'all know what I'm talking about, with the cheese and all the stuff that's going to keep you constipated. Don't play with me tonight. But here it is. I found myself as a grown woman, had earned $20 million just with one stream of income called network marketing. The very thing y'all say is a scam and a pyramid scheme. The thing y'all about to hear about tonight, it ain't no scam, baby. I'm living proof, but I lost everything because I did not understand how to budget what I had earned. And I did not understand and make the right choices in life, like how to get life insurance, how to get health insurance as an entrepreneur. I just was very ignorant in those spaces of my life. And it caused major deficits. That's all I can say. And so You know, when you spend time with people up close and personal, they're really gonna see who you really are. And that's what I feared. So I lied at first and said no. But then something came over me, and I can't even explain it. But I woke up one night, middle of the morning. I've never shared this part of the story before, but here it is. There were days where I didn't even get out of bed. I'd be talking to people, and when because everybody know my voice. I have a very unique voice, and I sound, like Barry White in the morning time. I'd be like, hello. And but I always say great day, great day, great day when I'm answering the phone. If somebody calls me, that's the three things I'm going to say. One for the Father, one for the Son, one for the Holy Ghost. Whether I feel it or not, I'm going to say great day, great day, great day. And so here it is. I'm answering the phone in the bed with the covers over my head. And it had gone 3 days. I had not even bathed. I was so depressed, so hopeless. Who gonna be honest with me tonight and put a 0 in the chat right now that you have felt like a 0 before? That you have been there and felt like a 0 before? Who's gonna be honest with me tonight? Mental health crisis is real. Feeling unworthy, the spirit of defeat is real. And I woke up that morning and someone had called me. I'm not gonna call the person. They kept calling me back to back, back to back, back to back, talking about I was heavy in their spirit. So when I finally answered the phone, what do you think I said? Now here it is. Ain't babe, ain't ate. Ain't babe, ain't ate. Lying to my whole family, talking about I think I got COVID or the flu. So y'all can't even come in the bedroom. I was tripping. So the person called, great day, great day, great day, great day. All this great day crap. And in that conversation, the person said, I was really just calling to do a checkup on my strong friends. And whatever you about to do or think you want to do, don't do it. And whoever you have rekindled with, you need to go take them up on their offer. She didn't know that I had seen Stormy recently. She didn't know what Dr. Stormy had offered me. Baby, I got off that phone. I called her in that moment. She booked my flight within 2 days. I was at her house chilling, sitting on her yacht in the bedroom. And man, let me tell you, I tried to show up big. I tried to show up like everything was okay, but she saw straight through it. Thank God somebody saw straight through you. I don't know who that was for tonight, but thank God somebody invited you, and they keep inviting you to something like this. And you have finally got on tonight. Say tonight, say tonight, tonight, tonight. Somebody loved you enough. Say tonight. Put some fire in the chat. And when she and I spoke, and she asked me so many different questions, but one question I'll never forget is she said, would the little girl that you was be proud of the woman that you become? I'll wait. Who felt that question? Would the little girl, so I'm gonna ask you that tonight as we go into the type of products that change my life and the compensation plan that you're about to hear from a dynamic individual. Would the little girl or the little boy, whoever you are tonight, at this moment be super proud of the man or the woman that you become? And my answer was no. Hell no. So let's fix it together. That's what she said to me. And that's what I'm going to say to you. So let me tell you, I lost 260 to 190 on a product called GLP-1. I told her my testimony. I said it was prescribed, and it was. And she said, you're not going to believe this. We bringing GLP-1, the system, to TLC in the month of June. Now, this conversation that we're having was back in February. Okay. She was like, you lost a lot of weight. You look good. I said, yep, the weight came off my body, but the weight never came off my mind, and it never came off my heart. Some of y'all will catch that later. She said, well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You need to take the NRG. I know you said you take the NutriBurst. I know you say you take the T from time to time, and that's how you got down from 190 to 175 because you've been detoxing, but that ain't enough. You got to be consistent with something called NRG. I said, yeah, I took it in the past. Lying. I wasn't no consistent with no NRG. I did not believe that one capsule, you looking at it, one capsule out of this package has enough nootropics in it, has enough. Now, we're not supposed to make medical claims, and I'm not making medical claims, but I'll tell you this, I got back on that NRG immediately, and I did not need to take any antidepressants. That's Helen's testimony. I ain't telling you if you on antidepressants to throw the bottles out like I did. NRG, one capsule a day. She messed around and tricked me, got me drinking coffee. I hate coffee. I can't stand coffee. Man, the way she hooked that coffee up, Queen Ayana, she put that darn cinnamon in that coffee. Baby, she dropped that NRG in that freaking coffee. Baby, I'm around the house telling me, isn't she lovely? And I can't even dance. I ain't got no rhythm, baby. I'm around the house dancing, laughing. It was amazing. I was so genuinely happy, wasn't stressing about nothing. Let me tell you something. I took my blood pressure the next morning because I was at her house for a couple of days now. Okay. I was like, Halle Berry, Halle Berry. Who would want to leave? You got the yacht over here. You got the Rolls Royces over here. You sitting in the backyard with the Oasis and everything going on. I was like, OMG. Like, you can really have it all. And that's all she was trying to show me. You can have it all. You are still a big deal. You deserve to have it all. She wasn't trying to get me to sign up for TLC or nothing like that. She was trying to get me to sign up with me. Put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. I'm trying to get you to sign up with yourself, so you can relaunch your entire life like I did. That's it. And I got on the Nutriverse. I said, okay, so here it is. I'm there for a couple of days having a complete transformation. In the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, these products really do work. But the greatest product was the person, the people. Look at all these transformations, guys. People losing over 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 200 pounds on these products. The weight falling off their mind. They being, restored. We can't say cured. We can't say healed, okay? But restored and redeemed from inflammation, anxiety, even diabetes. I was talking to a big deal pastor over in Nassau, Bahamas. I'm not going to call his name just yet, but he'll be officially launching the entire country of the Bahamas. This is just insane, in all the Caribbean markets. But I was talking to him about all these testimonies of people even being freed from diabetes. You lose enough weight, you gonna get rid of diabetes. What you think causing the diabetes? Because we comfort eating. We got Pastor Art White out of Florida. Look at him. Everybody know who Pastor Art White is. That's the same jacket a month later. The same jacket. The jacket don't even fit him. It looked like he's draped over with a sheet. But look at the jacket with the first time when he was overweight. It looked like he bought the jacket from Children's Place. Okay, let's just keep it a buck 100. These products really work, like real products, real people, real solutions right here happening really in total life changes. Look at this gut. Do you know that people are dying from massive heart attacks and they just 10 pounds overweight? When you go to hear that story, you ever heard about somebody? Put a 4 in the chat if you done heard somebody say, oh my God, did you hear about so-and-so on the treadmill? They was on the treadmill or taking a walk and they just dropped dead. I had an aneurysm because the blood went from their heart with the heart attack and went to their brain and killed them. And they was just 10 pounds overweight. I've got classmates that I'm looking at, and we all in our 40s, and they looking like they in their 50s and their 60s. I'm like, what the hell? But I was right there. I was right there with them. Aging, not only aging outwardly, but aging inwardly. And I can't tell you how many times in a day I get somebody, if you see my pictures now, if you see what I'm looking like now with 9 children, I birthed 7, let me tell you something. I wish somebody could find a picture of me, baby. I'm about to make everybody sick because we launched this movement on making people feel good, live good, look good, but in real life, no more filters. No more filters. Put NMF. 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 I wish y'all could see this baby suit picture of me. I haven't had no surgeries for plastic surgery because hell, at one point I couldn't even afford it if I wanted to. But when y'all see this compensation plan, whatever you like, I wish y'all could play the song. You can have whatever you like. That's the type of compensation plan they got going on over here. I mean, it is crazy good. So the products ain't on trial. We've got products for any and everything you can think about right here in Total Life Change. But now the greatest product outside of the people being the greatest product that's going to make you feel valued, appreciated, respected, loved, but most importantly, safe. That's what I feel for the first time in a long time. I feel safe to be me. I feel safe to be free. I feel safe to move about the cabin. Okay. I feel safe to put my oxygen mask on first. Oh, come on, somebody. I feel safe. Do you feel safe? Of course you do, because now you're home. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the way of greatness and bring to the line my partner in life, my partner in spiritual, my partner emotionally. She is my everything. She is my heartbeat a lot of the time. She has been my lifeline. Okay. She has been the one true friend in my life, flaws and all. Never judge me, at least not out loud. Okay. She has loved me for real, not not AI love, not filtered love, no more filters. She's always told me the truth. She's always met me where I was at. She's always reminded me who I am, who I'm not, and who I'll never be again. She has had a tremendous amount of success in the industry of network marketing. At one point, she was in the top 10 of all the entire world for sales. She has been a traditional and non-traditional successful business owner. Okay. She has an incredible testimony that she might share tonight. Maybe she won't. But I tell you this, when it comes to the real love doctor, she should have that name, not me, because she makes everybody feel loved. She's the queen of in spite of. No matter what's going on with her life, she will never, ever, ever make excuses. She is a money magnet. She's a dream maker, not a dream taker. She is somebody that understands the law of honor, the law of discipline, the law of love, the law of forgiveness, the law of sacrifice, the law of obedience. She's a leader's leader. I want to go ahead and get out of the way and bring to the line from Bahamas, that's now in North America. She got a house here, a house there, a house everywhere. Okay. But she is one of my newest business partners here in Total Life Changes. And I am so excited to be working alongside her, my friend, mentor to millions of people around the world. Dr. Ruth Ann Newton, are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine. Take us away.
Listen, first and foremost, I got to throw it right back over to the lady on fire over there, my sister from another mister, Dr. Helen, the love doctor herself. Amazing as always, an honor to you. And thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of TLC, a company that I was a part of just like yourself a few years ago. And then, of course, I personally fell off the map, not the products, not the company, but I did. I stopped walking about 10 years ago. And that is literally the year that I was in TLC back in 2015. And guys, all I can say is that it had nothing to do with the company, but it had to do with what people were seeing me as at that time, and were telling me, oh, nobody's going to buy anything from you now, you can't walk, and this and that. And so it really caused me to go into a slight depression, and I should have turned around and used my NRG, but wasn't thinking at the time. But guys, I'm here to share with you a compensation plan that is so easy, simple, and fun that it puts you on the run, right? So the first way that we get paid here is retail sales. So everything you sell, every item that you sell, you're going to make $20 from it. I mean, you can't get it any simpler than that. You sell 4 products. How much are you making 20 times 4, right? $80. So it's that simple. Every time you sell something, you're going to make that $20, right? Our first order bonus, every single person that you personally bring into the business, you're going to make 50% on the package that they come in with. Now that's dependent, of course, on the individual, where their faith lies in their business and where they want to start. Like what, how much product do you want to have on hand? Are you that individual that's going to go out there and retail? Well, who are you, right? So that's what that first order bonus is. Our binary commission simply means we are a 2-legged structure, and every single week we are paid on our lesser leg. So whatever volume has the lesser volume, you're going to get anywhere from 10 to 25%. But guess what, guys? This goes up to $30,000 per week, not per month, per per week. Hello, somebody. I would absolutely love to be at the position of getting the 30,000 per week. But guess what? We got to start somewhere, right? We got to start with the hundreds, the thousands, and keep it pushing. And we all will get there. It starts. What is the journey of 1,000 miles? Starts with the first step. So the first step today is to decide where you want to start, right? And then we have our matching bonus, guys. This is absolutely incredible because you are encouraged to really go out there and help those individuals that you personally bring into this business. Why? Because whatever they do, you're going to get a 50% matching bonus. And then even on your second leg, you can get 10%. So that's the person that brings in the person. It's incumbent upon you to see their success because their success is your success. My philosophy is always and has always been in network marketing: help others, serve others, and guess what? You will be served. You ain't even got to worry about yourself. Worry about everybody else that you have brought in. Make sure that they're good, and as long as they're good, you're done. You're well done. Okay. And our lifestyle bonus is our fifth way, guys. This is what the company gives back to you and says thank you. Once you hit that rank where you are deserving of this lifestyle bonus, you're going to get paid $1,500 every single month on the fourth Thursday of the month. It's absolutely that simple. And it ain't going to get less. It's going to be that $1,500 every single month. So that can take care of some really essential bills, your car note, your mortgage, so many things, school fees out at home, back home in the Bahamas. This can take care of so many things on a monthly basis. Fourth Thursday of the month, you'll get that $1,500 every month. So now I'm going to say to you guys, by now you have heard Dr. Helen's story. You've heard Sonia's story in the beginning. And guys, the products work. Okay. And so for someone like me who's incontinent, who is in a bed, I am always very cautious with detox teas because I'm like, okay, someone has to clean it up, right? TMI, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm just stating the truth, right? But anyway, I said, you know what? I love detox teas though. So I said, I'm going to try it. So I tried I had the fruit punch, absolutely delicious, guys. Watermelon is good too. And then when I came home, I actually had the lemonade. Now in the morning, I drank a cold lemonade. And then in the evening, I went and drank a hot lemonade. Now at first I was like, nothing's going to happen. Well, child, something did happen. And it was amazing. And it was an amazing experience. So I just wanted to share that, guys, even if you're incontinent, if you're that individual that does not go to the bathroom often, you see yourself not going to the bathroom for 2, 3, 4 days, this is definitely the detox that you're going to, or I should say the cleaner that you're going to want to be taking. And then of course, the coffee is delicious. I absolutely love the NRG. That brings you such amazing energy. And then our NutriBurst shots are fantastic. So whether your faith lives, you're going to decide where and what package you want. But guys, here is our elite package. This is for those individuals that say, I want the stuff on hand. I want those brewed packs on hand. I want to be able to go out there and sell and retail even the single packs of the instant tea. I want to be doing that. This is where you're going to want to start on that elite pack. Now, I know Coach Stormy, when she started, her big thing was to sell this tea every single day. She had a quota and she would tell you in the beginning, she would not return home until that amount was sold. So she had these, like she calls it the boo-boo tea. She had her boo-boo tea packs and she would sell these tea packets every single day. So if her quota was 20 packs a day, she would not go home until that was done, selling it for $25 a pop at that time, or $20 a pop at the time. So guys, this is absolutely an amazing offer as well. And you can make the gallons also, and you can start this package. So by now you can say, well, hey, maybe I want this one. I want the original elite, and you can start there. And then we have our premier pack. So guys, please understand, it's not, you don't have to come in at a certain level. It's where your faith lies. It's where your budget lies. It's where you get to start, right? Our best bundler pack here, guys. Then we have our smaller brewed tea pack, as well as our prime pack that has a little bit of everything. You got your tea, you got your NRG, and your instant, your tears and shares, NutriBurst. And these are things that you can give away. But guess what? You heard Dr. Helen speak about the GLP-1. Well, guess what? This is it here. So pre-order, and we're in June now, but we're still on doing some pre-ordering. So get your packaging. This it comes with 3 things. It's a liver cleanse, as well as the cleanser, the detox tea, right? With the tropical punch. And then you're going to have your GLP-1 capsules that you take daily also. also. And, you'd hear Coach Stormy talk about how she lost weight just using this part of the system, and that she thinks it's absolutely fantabulous. You heard Dr. Helen say she had a prescribed GLP-1 and it worked wonders on her. I remember calling her one day and going, well, what are you doing? Well, what are you doing? You're disappearing there, girl. You're disappearing. And she just laughed, but she looks absolutely amazing. So please get back to the person that brought you to this call and let them know you want the GLP. So it is going to start shipping mid-June. You're not going to want to miss your first month supply. Get in it whilst the supplies are there, because then you'll be like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. So with that being said, guys, get back to the person that brought you this call and get started today. And I want to say thank you guys for getting on. And like I always say, my name is Dr. Ruth Ann out of Freeport, Bahamas by way of Alabama. And I always say service to humanity is service to God. Good night, my friends.
Okay, so that concludes our call tonight, y'all. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you all will take the chance to have a total life change as we all have had as well. It's real, it's real, it's real, and it really, really, really works. If you want to get summertime fun, y'all need to get on these teas, get on the NRG, get on the coffee. If you are burnout mode as an entrepreneur or a busy mom or a hardworking person, you need that NRG and coffee. It does the job, y'all. So get with the person who invited you tonight. Make sure that you join in with us. Make sure you become a product of a product with your product, y'all. And y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, y'all. Y'all have a great one, guys.